How you guys all doing today? Today's video, I wanted to go and talk about Admiral Piett in particular because I've been seeing some videos going around on the YouTubes of him beating Darth Revan's, Rey's, and other top tier teams. So I want to kind of give a little bit more insight onto what I feel like he's all about, where he's going to be best used, and such like that. So I actually didn't even know this, but he's actually an Imperial Trooper. You can see his tag is an Imperial Trooper. I had no idea he was even an Imperial Trooper until I was streaming my GAC today and I saw that. So I didn't even know that. I thought that was awesome. He has a leadership, but honestly, from the footage I'm going to be sharing with you guys today, you don't need him as leadership. He's not that great, honestly. There are much better leaderships out there in the game, especially with Veers being a trooper as well. You would want to use Veers as lead for sure. So the biggest part about Admiral Piett's kit, I feel like, is this unique called Emperor's Trap, and this has a Zeta on it, and this is probably like one of the best Zetas for the Empire faction at the moment. Pretty much what this kind of means, to sum it up for you guys, is whenever they take a turn, or they attack out a turn, they're going to be getting some more of this buff. And with this buff, you get a lot more offense added and some more potency added as well. And it goes away when it's the start of the next enemy's turn, or when a non-Empire ally takes a turn, or until it's the end of the battle. So with how the troopers work in just like a whole, I guess you could say, is that they get a lot of TM from the buffs they gain. They can do some big damage, some AoE, some assists. They can burst down a character pretty quickly and get a kill, getting even more TM and making it happen in some loop where the enemies really never take a turn at all. So you can kind of get so much more of this Emperor's Trap stacking, more offense, and the whole thing ramps up so quickly. So I want to show some of that in a little bit. And I think this is probably like the best unique right now for this Empire faction, in particular for the troopers. Of course, he does have some more counter chance, but the biggest thing here I feel like about his kit is the TM that he will get whenever an Empire is taking damage. So there is so much TM gain here, and I think that's something to note that is very, very huge. So he's going to get 5% whenever another Empire ally is taking damage. On top of that, if you are running a team with Snow Trooper, you're going to be getting even more TM based off of his unique. So let's go over the troopers for a second. You'll be getting even more TM here on the Snow Trooper's unique, if I can find the guy. So on his assault training, you actually get 30% from himself, but you cut that in half for other Empires. So you're really going to be getting 15% if you can kill somebody, or if somebody on your team dies as well. So having that TM on top of the TM from himself that he will be getting whenever somebody's going to be getting hit, and also the TM from Veers' leadership with more TM whenever you get a kill, as well as the leadership with the buffs. There's so much TM here, guys, is what I'm trying to say, that you'll be getting so much more turns with Piett in particular, and as those buffs with the Emperor's Trap start stacking, the damage will be coming and ramping, and you get more kills. The whole thing happens. It's so quick and so fun to see. So I don't know the most ideal team here with the whole Trooper faction, but what I've seen that works pretty dang well is a Veers lead, of course, with Piett, Stark, Shore, or I guess you can even toss in a Death Trooper, and sometimes you can use Snow as well. I mean, there's a lot of extra people you can use here now regarding this whole Trooper team, and I've actually even heard some rumors about Magma being doing some crazy stuff for the whole team as a whole. So I mean, there's a lot of options here. I would kind of just stick with, a kind of standard team with the Troopers, with Range, Veers, Death Trooper, Stark, and tossing in Piett. I mean, there's a lot of other variations you can use, but that's what I would kind of go for at the moment. So he's crazy. He has one of these things as well, giving out offense up to everybody, and also inflicting mark on an ally. And the cool thing here is that you can actually give out mark, but also having this thing called inevitable failure stack whenever that person is going to be getting hit. So if you have a pretty beefy character like an Empire, perhaps a Shore Trooper, you inflict this onto that guy, that mark onto that Shore Trooper, and the enemies start just hitting and hitting and hitting on him. Well, now you're going to have so many of that inevitable failure that once that person does die, he gives out to not to Stark, but to Piett, all of these extra bonuses. So the max can go is at 20 stacks. So I'm sure that can probably happen in a lot of different scenarios and cases. I've seen it happen before. And with the 20, you can get 100% more max health, max protection, and offense stacking. At 15, you get half of that. At 10, you get 20%, and it just is amazing. That is really cool, I think. This is such a cool kit, guys, and I think this is something to look into. Of course, on his special, whenever you get a kill with it, you get some fear. This one actually has a Zeta as well added on, which I do think is a great Zeta. You get some more days happening, reducing in the cooldown, and also some more of that failure stacks. But the biggest thing on the Zeta is, of course, the fear. So this is a crazy kit, guys. I want to go show you some videos. And actually, I didn't really have any videos I could find myself. So we're going to kind of look and peek at Arnold's video he did recently about it all. I'm going to show you a couple videos, not all of the whole video that he did. But this one in particular is the one with Darth Revan. So he's running actually a team with no magma and no range trooper, which I thought was interesting. But I think the cool thing is here is with Snow's unique and giving out even more TM whenever you can get a kill. So you got what, so much TM there. You got 50% from the unique of Veers and 15 from the unique of Snow. So it's like a guaranteed turn pretty much. And then all your troopers will be getting turns off the bat. You gave out on that first special with the offense up and the mark over to Stark, and then now you have so many AoEs. I mean, these all the whole faction of troopers. You get so much AoEs here. Everybody here has an AoE pretty much, and you already killed BSF and what was that, an HK I think, and now you just killed Darth Revan and it's already game over. This is pretty cool to see. I think this is a really nice counter. I don't know though if you can pull us off without a Gear 13 Piett. However, I'm pretty sure you can. I'm pretty sure you can, because all he's really here for in this particular counter is to kind of be the support, right, for the whole trooper team, and having like the Snow, the Veers, and the Stark, and all those other guys, even Death Trooper, being that big damage dealer, while Piett is kind of just buffing them all up with all of these stacks of the Emperor's Trap. You can just see right there, 9 stacks, and that's just crazy damage, man. More offense, more potency. That's awesome. This whole thing is crazy, guys. So right there, we just got the whole sets of that Emperor's Trap reset because of that Marauder taking a turn. But now we're gonna get that back with some more kills and just some more buffs happening all the way across the table. So this one happens very quickly. This is a very fast battle. I don't know if you need Snow in here. I can probably assure you they can probably toss into range. They'll be just as fine. But this is a very solid counter I can see right off the bat with Darth Revan. So I want to show this one very quickly. One thing I would like to note as well is I would like to assume, I'm not too sure if that's the case here, but I would like to assume whenever you do gain a stack of some of these buffs, you get some more TM. But from like what I'm seeing right here, it's not looking like you do get that TM from the buffs. I think that these locked buffs kind of function a bit differently than just like the normal non-locked buffs, right? So that TM from the leadership of Veers is probably not going to happen anymore because it's like a locked debuff or buff, right? And I saw it actually in this one as well. This is versus a racing that Arnold show that he was showing with that inevitable failure going on to rather the shore that you can see here in a little bit. And with Thrawn's leadership, whenever you suffer a status effect, I think it's rather more of just like a debuff or you resist a debuff, you get more TM. And right here I was seeing, I was kind of going really slow on this. He was, the shore rather, was not getting any TM from those debuffs. So the locked ones, they act differently, they act totally different than just normal debuffs in the game. So that TM is not happening here, which I guess is kind of I guess you can see is more realistic in this game, because if you can just imagine all that TM you're going to be getting, that's just going to be crazy. One thing about this one in particular with the Rey is that he's not really adding much to this counter. I feel like you can pull off the same exact things without having a Piett here. And that's why I was saying earlier in this video is that I think this guy is meant to just be a powerhouse for the Trooper faction as a whole, and that's where I think he's going to be fitting in the most and the best. So we're going to speed this one up a little bit on this little counter for the Rey. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. It's really just about Vader being Vader and doing crazy, crazy damage. So I think he had some other ones. I want to show the Geo one because that one was pretty fun, I thought. And that's probably the last one I want to show as well. So here we go. This is the Geos. And this is the same team he's been using in the previous Darth Revan counter. Again, there's no range trooper, so I don't know if Snow is better in here. I would assume I would assume range is better than Snow because of those buffs, the damage, and just the extra assists all over the place, and the retribution as well. I mean, that's awesome to have. Snow is doing some AoEs here. He has some more offense potential, and he has that TM whenever somebody is dying that he's going to be giving out to the allies as well. But thinking about it this way, I'm not sure if you need Snow here because you're already going to be getting, from kills, some more TM from the Veers' leader. I think rather the Veers' unique, the Zeta one. So I don't think Snow is the biggest help here in some regards, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm not a huge trooper guy. I don't know all the things about troopers, but as you can see here, the AoEs are going to be hailing down on the enemies, and that was the Geos, and that was a full-on Gear 13 Geo team, and now we're fighting a Gear 13 Night Sister team. And you know, previously from what I've seen before Piett with the whole troopers is that it can go sideways very quickly regarding Death Trooper, but now with Piett being here, and having the mark onto the Stark, or rather just more of these Emperors trapped with the buffs and the more offense. I mean, this makes it so much more easy. And on that special right there, on that Zeta, when you do get that Zeta on that special, the AoE, you can get a kill, and if you get a kill, you inflict fear onto everybody, which can't be resisted, and that is so huge. That pretty much means in this Night encounter that you can not have to worry about Daka's revives whatsoever, and that makes it so free for some of these kills, guys. I think that's really cool. So like right there, the Talisman to get an AoE off, but honestly, you're going to be just fine for the win. So, I mean, this one's kind of straightforward as well. And honestly, that's probably all I want to show from Arnold's video. Nothing too crazy. I thought, though, that this was very interesting. So, to wrap up my thoughts on Piett, I think this guy is crazy good. I would assume he's going to be good at low stars and gear. For the time being, I would assume you'd want him with high relics for, of course, getting this new Palpatine unlocked, but I think you would want him to be a little bit higher relic for the trooper teams if you want to focus on your troopers now because of how good he is within that whole faction. This guy's crazy good, guys, and I can't say anything bad about him. I think this guy's top tier. The kit from this guy that we just got is crazy. I think it's so interesting and so creative. I love it a lot. So this guy's amazing. He can beat some more Darth Revans. He can beat some more Geos for you if you want to kind of build up the whole trooper faction now. And you never know with the new requirements for the GLs with the new Palpatine. You never know. Maybe we're going to need some more troopers for that whole requirements. We don't know at all. This is the ones we have so far. Piett's already required, Krennic is, and also Royal Guard with the other Vader and Palpatine. We don't know, but you never know. I guess what I'm trying to say. We don't know what we're going to be needed for the future requirements. But yeah, Piett is awesome, guys. I don't know what else to say about it. Yeah, he's awesome. Go check it out. Go check out Piett. Go get him up a little bit. I'm going to get him up a little bit. He's awesome. He's fun. That's it for today. If you guys enjoyed today's video, give it a like, share it around, and if you guys would like to, feel free to sub to the channel. We got lots of videos covering this game if you guys would like to sub. We got Discords, we got Patreons, and we got channel memberships down below in the description of the video. That's all for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I will see you all later. Peace out and have a good one.